it's Kelly, and today I have a very special album to share with you. This is the wedding album for my nephew and his wife, and you've been seeing me create quite a few layouts for them or posting layouts for them if you are on Flickr at all. So I don't have videos for the majority of these layouts, but I do right now have the majority, except for about the last 60 of them that I made on Flickr. If you're seeing this right away when this goes live. And that's because I just created 66 layouts for this book, or actually it's 70 by the time, now that I think about it, because I came home and made 4 more. So there's 70 layouts that I just made over the past weekend at a scrapbook retreat, and I haven't gotten those all up to Flickr yet. So, couple things. I'm Kelly O'Black on Flickr. There is an album for wedding layouts, both for, there's an album for this, which is Megan and Sebastian's wedding. There's an album for Zachary and Elena's wedding, and then there's an album that's just wedding layouts, which was my wedding. So you'll see all of those on Flickr. Then, if you're interested in videos, in seeing anything that I do have a wedding layout playlist. And in my album share, I have an playlist. I have a video of Zachary and Elena's wedding layout. So just a little wedding layout information. I'll try to link at least part of that in the description if I remember. So this wedding album is actually 3 12 by 12 3-ring binders. So I'm going to try to go through this as fast as I possibly can while still giving you information. If you have specific questions about layouts, please just leave a comment and I'll give you the information about what I know, because I don't know how much time I'm going to have to go into each layout. This is a Project Life album by Becky Higgins. And then on the spine, I put this label, and the holder was there, but I put this label. It's S for Smith, and then their wedding date. This came as a freebie from Kathy Zilski that you just can alter as you wish to. So I just thought this was a neat thing. I just printed it on photo paper. So if you're interested, you might want to go to her website to see if you can still get that label. That I don't know for sure. So I use that label quite a bit. So let's open this up to the first layout, and I'm going to try to get it so that you can see the layouts without me shifting a ton. I'll tell you product, or at least some of the product if I know. So this is the intro layout, and I've gone back and forth about the intro layout, and this one is the one that finally made it. This is an American Crafts wood veneer piece that I got at Joann's. And then I just put a piece of cardstock with it. I also used a lot of Cartabella Rustic Elegance on this page as well. That's the collection. So the floral, pinky floral pieces. Their wedding colors were black and gold. And then I added a little bit of a peachy pink or pink in it because it's the bride's favorite color, and it gave the book some dimension. All right, so this layout then is a layout just showing their save the date card here. I actually took that picture for them. So again, a lot of rustic elegance here. This is something different, some doilies. A cute little photo of her mother and her mother-in-law to be. And like I said, I can't remember all this product, but I used some doilies again here. I bordered a lot of pages like I tend to do. A little bit of ephemera here from this is the bridal shop that she actually bought the dress from, and this is another bridal shop that she was looking at. This one is some of their stationery, so their thank you notes here, and then the invoice from all of the wedding invitation information, and then another thank you card from the vendor here. This is a little pocket page that I made here, and it just holds some of the extra contracts and things like that that she gave me. A little note from somebody who did some alterations for her, and just another piece of ephemera. So that ephemera is all here. In the other album, I did it behind just because there wasn't as much of it, so that's what this is. Here's kind of a conglomeration here of some things, them doing a cake tasting, signing some of the contracts, just a little, when they try to photo booth out their wedding bands and then their marriage license in the paper. So, and this is a Basil paper behind. I used a lot of gold, either acetates or vellum with gold on it. This is actually a picture of the marriage license that the bride took with some tulips behind. Tulips are her favorite flower, and she did have some in her bouquet, so that was such a cute photo, I wanted to use it. This now is the invitation, and then the little ribbon that they used. And I don't remember who did this particular paper, but that was really cool. This is the invitation for the rehearsal dinner. A few stickers and some washi on some paper there. And again, I took this photo. So I did their engagement photos, which was really fun. I did make them an engagement album as well, too. So you might want to look at that for some ideas on how to scrapbook engagement photos. And that would be in, it'll say Sebastian and Megan's engagement as the playlist, or as the album in Flickr. A little embossed, it's not really cardstock, it's almost a fabric paper that came from Michaels. And then I used quite a bit of the Story of Life from Simple Stories, which is a collection that's 2 years old here. And I had used it on the other wedding album I did for my other nephew, just because their colors lent themselves well to black and gold. And then these two got engaged and used black and gold. But anyway, when I decided to do their wedding album in black and gold, because that was their colors, I went on the internet and searched that out. So anyway, cool embossed paper here from Michaels. And then this is just a cute little photo from her wedding day. Now we're getting into the wedding day. This is some chipboard from My Mind's Eye. So they have some beautiful little things. I don't remember the collection that was, but it's a much older collection as well, too. I used gold doilies, and these are from Michaels, now that I think about it. My white doilies come from both Wilton and from Ben Franklin, whoever they carry, and then these are Hobby Lobby bows. The punches I used here, this is a Martha Stewart punch. I used also another punch that you can get from Ben Franklin as well, too. So just some of the details of the wedding here. More details. Both of these papers are from Kaiser Craft, A Touch of Gold. That was another collection that I used. So is this one as well. But here the pieces here are from Simple Stories. So more details. This paper came from a paper pack at Hobby Lobby, and that paper pack, oh, and I just looked at it. Hold on a second. I'll go grab it quick. Okay, so this paper pack is called Garment District. And it reads gold, so that's why I use that. And that is from Hobby Lobby as well, too. More Simple Stories details. Here's the little heart punch. I just punched both foiled and glittered paper with shapes and things like that. So that I just keep a bag of them, or kept a bag of them. You can actually see, here's my bag. I use these hearts on my regular layouts too, so, and other shapes, butterflies, some scallop circles. So I just kept those around and could pull from them. It was a recurring theme that I was using the hearts in it. This is a really beautiful piece of embossed paper that I think I did get at Michael's. So, in some more beautiful chipboard. All right. These cards were Project Life cards, and I bought a bunch of these flare badges on Etsy. So you can probably look those kinds of things up. Another really pretty piece of vellum. A lot of these pages are fairly simple. I did find it kind of hard to layer on these pages, just because, first of all, I really wanted the photos to stand out. But the other thing is that when I'm using a lot of gold and things like that, it was hard to layer lots and lots of layers of paper like I normally do. Back to this. So here's some sequins coming across. This is a Maggie Holmes paper, I know that for sure. Basil cardstock here and more doilies. It's probably hard to see the sequins on this because they're a really light pink. but they scatter from the top to the bottom here. This is the Story of Us paper with some die cut pieces from that Kaiser Craft collection. And then here's a picture of my nephew, the groom, here with one of those flares and a punch. I didn't leave really any spots for journaling. They can do that later if they want me to. I can always add cards. These were more of a decorative element than anything else here. This is a vellum piece from Maggie Holmes that you might even still be able to find here. And there's a piece of pink paper that I know is from Rustic Elegance. Again, bows from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure where these, I bought a bunch of these gold foiled striped diagonal stripe papers, and I don't know where that came from. More of those little hearts and big hearts, some that My Mind's Eye, or this is, it's My Mind's Eye Fancy That is the name of this chipboard collection. All right, photo with her dad here, and just some more punches and some vellum here. Just trying to make sure that you can see everything without me having to keep shifting the book. This one then is their wedding program. This is a transparency that came from Michaels. I know that for sure. And a Michaels, this black doily is from Michaels. And then another Hobby Lobby bow here as well. My glitter paper I got from Michaels as well too. It's like a commodity to me now. This is set in 4 clear photo corners so that if they ever want to, they can take this invitation out and look at it as well. I think that's important with pieces like that. This is these are some pages that I bought at Michaels. They kind of look like an embossed design. So grandparents walking in, some of the glitter hearts. Again, like I said, very, very simple, but there's so many photographs here. So this is a crepe paper from one of their Valentine's collections on both of these. So I tried to, even though these pages don't match from side to side, they're both vellum with gold embossing. They both have the doilies, and then they both have one of those hearts. So even though I usually didn't make pages exactly to match across from each other, I tried to do some similarities sometimes with something like this where parents are walking in. So, and oftentimes I created the pages at different times too. This is a 2-page spread. I don't have many of these in here, but this is one of them because these are all the attendants that are walking in. And I did put a little envelope here so that if they want to put their attendants' names in here, they can do that. That was something that the bride and I talked about, just giving, you know, being able to do that for future use. So they can pop a little card or something in there if they want to do that. And actually, if I think about it, I will cut a card to put in there. And I may have already done that. I don't remember. This again is from the Kaiser Craft collection, A Touch of Gold. This is a My Mind's Eye foiled heart paper. Lots of embellishments here from the Simple Stories Story of Us die cuts and chipboard here. A little just piece that I punched with one of my punches. I don't remember where this paper came from, but it's very cool. So, and more Simple Stories here. And then this is a picture. I did this in the other album, and I love the way this worked. This is a cool idea for you. This is a picture of the groom looking at the bride as she's walking down the aisle, and that's why they're facing each other. So I just thought that was a cool thing. And again, they're not the same. There's a more feminine touch here, more masculine touch here, but they're, you know, they work together, and here's one that says me, and here's one that says you. And because it's my nephew, I made him the me and her the you. It could have been either way, but I just thought he's looking at her. Kind of a fun way to do those 2 photos. All right. And this, again, can't tell you. I don't remember. This is some Rustic Elegance here, and I'm not sure where that came from. This is a doily that I picked up at Ben Franklin. I know that for sure. These papers here are from... This one is, yeah, they're both actually from the Simple Story, The Story of Us. And then I did have these little, if you can see this here, this was kind of like a little different gem kind of thing, and that's from Hobby Lobby. So this is very simple, but there's little bits and pieces here and there. This, you've seen this piece of paper. I did repeat papers over and over. I, you know, give some continuity here. And these are the mothers lighting the candle. So there's a little card that says love here. But again, they don't have to journal on it. They can if they want. I did write names here for the people that were on this, just so that that was kept, you know, figured out. It was just a blank space, so I did write. The other wedding album, I believe I dated each layout somewhere. I did not do this time, just a difference of, you know, what I was doing, I guess. This is a Simple Stories page. This is something that I created. It was a Heidi Swap card and I misted it gold. I don't love how this turned out, but what's done is done, right? There's a lot of layouts in here. Not everyone can be perfect or my favorite. And then these are those punched hearts again too. This is just, again, details, a shot of the altar of the church, the glitter paper from Michaels. These two pieces are Simple Stories, and that's that Kaiser Craft A Touch of Gold. More, this is all basically a touch of gold except for the cutouts. Just, again, details. I love how this is focusing on the groom had 2 grandparents who have passed away. So they framed photos of both of them, and then there's a picture of the bride and groom up in front, so I thought that was kind of cool. This is another one of those detail shots. It's one where it says welcome to our wedding, and I think what I'm going to do now that I think about it is flip these two, just because this is the entrance of to the church, and then this was something that was made by the bride's mother. And I think it was a lot of like buttons or something, I don't remember. So it was cool that that was in a shot. This is that Rustic Elegance line with some fancy, that chipboard here. A card from Rustic Elegance as well too. This is some washi tape, and I don't remember where that came from. Some American Crafts foam letters here. And I just took a Simple Stories page and just added some punched hearts to it right over the top of other hearts to make this a little bit more interesting. And then the last one in this side is just My Mind's Eye paper, the Michaels doilies, a punch circle, some more of that chipboard, and we're through the first book. Like I said, if you have any questions, just ask me, because this is a lot to go through in a very short amount of time, but it had been requested that I do this walkthrough of this wedding album. All right, so back here again, don't remember who this came from, and I don't remember the die cut, but there's a little diamond there too. Again, you're seeing a lot of that foil here. This is another piece of paper, that embossed paper that came from Michaels, and I hope you can kind of see that it's really a cool piece, and it's almost like a piece of fabric. It's very, very thin. The bride saw this in the other album and loved it, so I went and got a couple pieces of this for her. Again, just 8 by 10 here, just a sticker here with one of those punched hearts. Very, very simple here too. Framing that, little bit of glitter. Not a lot of layering, a lot of fussiness in this. This is a glitter foam version of that wood piece that started this whole album. A little bit of vellum here, some of the crepe paper hearts, a little bit of the pieces from the Rustic Elegance collection. That Kiss sticker came from a Bella Boulevard collection, which is very old. I used it in my wedding album. This piece of paper, again, don't remember where it came from. I just went online, ordered a bunch of colors and things that worked with these albums, or would work within the album, and that's what I did. Add a little piece of vellum here, this, and some flair here that says Mr. and Mrs., since they were already married here. Some more Simple Stories. This is all Simple Stories except for the glitter paper, and then I just added some rhinestones into the flowers here to kind of help it up. I love this photo of them and made this very simple. It's just on a piece of craft paper with an embossed white polka dot, little bit of a doily, and a craft piece that says Beautiful Day. Again, just to really highlight the beauty of these photos. This layout here, don't remember any of the paper details, but I have a little Maya Road ribbon here, rose ribbon. The bride really loved that, so I wanted to get that on there. And then these two pieces are from Bella Boulevard, very old pieces, and then just from that chipboard. You've seen this piece of paper before from Maggie Holmes. It just keeps appearing, which is fine. a little flare from Fancy That on top of it with a little punched scallop circle. And that's it, again, because this one, the focus is all on that photo. This is an old piece of Maggie Holmes vellum with the doilies, and the bride loved this in the other book, so I tried to make sure if she loved stuff that I got it in there. Just some little chipboard here, little chipboard pieces from, these were a My Mind's Eye collection, I don't remember. But again, if you have questions, just let me know. I'll go back to the layout and then take a look at it. Just give me a clue as to hopefully which book it's in and what's going on in the picture. So it's a kissing picture if you want to know that. Anyway, this layout is just a little ribbon trim here. I had some left on a spool that I wanted to use up. A little white glitter cardstock, a really pretty pink piece of just patterned paper, which I couldn't think of the name for that. And then I put just little pearls in the roses here just to make something a little bit different. This one you can't really see, it keeps getting covered up. But very simple. You've seen this piece of paper before, just a little, you know, these are just pictures of the wedding party, so a little bit of washi tape here. This came from Little Bee, that's where that washi tape is from, those punched hearts. I used some of the remnants. There were just a couple pieces of that ribbon or the rose trim here, so I just used that on this and then added some little rhinestones here and then just the bridesmaids and groomsmen stickers there. And I don't remember where that piece of paper came from. It was, again, just something I picked up. This is just a really pretty piece. This came from Michaels, this piece. It's got a lot of bokeh on it, and I used a lot of Simple Stories trim and then the Fancy That flare badge there. This is another, you've seen this piece before. It's a little vellum with hearts, gold embossed hearts, and a little vellum. And then this is the tissue paper that comes in the paper issues boxes when you order from them. It's so perfect for this album, so I just popped it in here and put that behind a couple photos within this album. This is a piece of paper that says all you need is love, and then I was scrapping this over the weekend, this past weekend with a friend, and the words were just popping out too much, so I just took a piece of vellum, put it over the top of that, put this doily, this gold doily over it, and again, don't remember where that came from. I think this came from that Kaiser Craft A Touch of Gold. Now that I think about it, I know that's where it came from. And just pop the photo on it. No other embellishment here. Little chevron piece of foiled chevron paper. That came from Michaels. Little sticker here from A Touch of Gold, you know, black polka dot, and a little bit of chipboard here. These are pretty simple layouts here. I love this piece of paper, and I think this came from either Hobby Lobby or Michaels. I think this one came from Hobby Lobby though, and that Maya Road ribbon trim here. Very, very simple. This piece of paper is from the Simple Stories, The Story of Us collection. And that sticker, I don't remember the manufacturer, but I have more of those if you're interested in that. Again, this is that piece of paper or piece that I got from Simple Stories, The Story of Us. And in this particular case, I didn't put any rhinestones or anything on it. The same thing is true here. No rhinestones or anything. I could go back, I guess, this weekend if I decided to add them. I'm not giving this to them till next weekend, but I think it's just going to stay as it is. Just happy that it's in and it's done. More A Story of Us here. And, you know, I'm bringing in some greens here too, which is fine. Family photos here, another family photo here that's coming together now. And these two pages don't match across books. That doesn't really bother me. They don't match in my own albums because when I scrapbook my own albums, I scrapbook out of order and I just put them in date order. So that's just the way it is here as well too. It's the pictures here that are important. More family photos with a little bit of chipboard here. These are cousins' photos. Love this photo of them outside the church. This is a Maggie Holmes paper, but you can buy this at Michaels. So it's a slightly pinky background with a gold glitter stripe. It's a really cool piece of paper. And again, that flare that I bought on Etsy. All right, you've seen this piece of paper before. Little bit of one of those flare badges again. Just a doily and a little bit of black and white striped paper. I use doilies in 10, 8, 6.5, 6, 5.5, and 4-inch. The 6.5-inch doily or the 8-inch doily is actually the perfect size for a 4x6 photo if you want the photo sitting on top of it. Totally just so that you know that if you're interested in that. This is a glittered chevron paper. I'm not sure if you can, yeah, it looks like it's picking that up. That's what this is, and just a sticker from The Story of Us. So simple, simple. Love this photo. Left it really simple. All right, this is another of that Maggie Holmes paper. And then I think these are 5-inch doilies in a little die cut love there. I originally was going to have this as their opening page, but ended up making that other one afterwards and loved it. So that's what became that. You've seen this piece of paper before from My Mind's Eye. And this is just a flare that says "Kiss Me," a little sticker there, and a punched heart. So punched heart down here too. Simple, simple. This is, I think, a piece of paper from Maggie Holmes. I don't remember where the wood came from. And then this is a wood veneer that came from Michaels. So very, very simple here. All right, this is a piece of paper that was from Crepe Paper, but I bought this at Michaels. It's at Michaels now. And just some wood veneers from Studio Calico. Masculine layout here with the bridesmaids and the groomsmen again, so just embossed dot. That this is either Michaels or Hobby Lobby as well too, just don't remember for sure. And then just a little groomsmen sticker and bridesmaid sticker. Those came from the Simple Stories Story of Us collection. Just a nice little glitter dot here, polka dot for the girls with a little border here. So, you know, working together, they're both dots. This is a masculine dot, there's a feminine dot. So I did do these two at the same time, so I did think about that a little bit. This is really cool. This is from Bella Boulevard. I don't think they sell these anymore, but you might be able to find some. What it is it's a, oh, and I actually glued it to it so it won't come off. This is a big transparency. It's almost, it's thick though, or fairly thick for transparencies. And it has black hearts, white hearts all over the background. One of the, this is cool. That's from that flare set. And this one is a coat. And then on the opposite side, there's a dress for the girls. So, and then these die cuts are from that Simple Stories piece. This, I think, is an old piece of Heidi Swapp paper, if I remember correctly, that I had hanging around that I finally used. I don't remember where this came from. This washi tape with the gold embossed, foil embossed diamonds on it is from Hobby Lobby. That's the flare from Etsy again. This is all My Mind's Eye, and I just thought this was really cute. I did use this card in their engagement album too, and it says he liked it, so he put a ring on it. So really, that's a fun, just something fun and a little bit of chipboard. I can find out where this is from you if you have questions. I just don't remember which collection it is off the top of my head. And now I'm getting into some things where I am kind of making things look similar. These are very simple layouts, again, just because they're going in the book, and the photos here are important. So just a black and white dot paper. This is actually a frame. It's not the, or actually, I'm sorry, it is the full sheet of paper behind here, because this paper was fairly thin. I don't always do that, especially when I'm dealing with the gold glitter paper, because it's more expensive. But I was afraid that if I cut the frame out, which I have done on quite a few of these layouts, that you'd see it at the edge here. So I didn't want you to do that. So this is the groom with the bridesmaids and the bride with the groomsmen. Simple, simple. And this one, I think, yeah, this is another one of those where I just use a whole sheet because I was worried about it being too thick. So just punched hearts here, little pattern paper, simple, simple. This is a sheet that came from Michaels, just a khaki colored heart with a sticker from the Simple Stories collection, a couple of punched hearts. You've seen this before from The Story of Us. And the thing I forgot to point out here is, okay, so these are the groomsmen, the groom with the bridesmaids bride with the groomsmen. Then we start flipping to the bride with her bridesmaids, and there's one serious photo in all of these and one funny photo, depending on what it is. So the commonality behind all of these layouts then with the bride with her bridesmaids is that they're all framed in this gold glitter paper. And then I think if I remember correctly, I tried to use hearts on all of them. We'll have to take a look. I did. I used the gold glitter hearts on all of them. So again, just the gold glitter hearts, maybe some little detail. The papers aren't the same, but they all have that border that's common. So that's a good way to bring things together. And then one cute little picture with the bride with the little her little guy that carried a sign for her. And that's a little bit different, and I like this paper. They have a really special relationship, and those are those crepe paper hearts. All right. So that's book number 2. Now I bought 2 of those albums, and then this album was supposed to just hold their 4x6 photos that I didn't scrap, but there were so many layouts that I ended up having to go to the third book here, and I forgot to count for you how many layouts there are. I'll try to remember to put that in the description, but there are over 100. I know that for sure. So I scrapbooked 66 of them this past weekend. So I'll check that. Actually, if I think about it, there's 22 pages. So there's 88 in the first book alone. First 2 books alone. So 88. So there's 126 layouts, just because I know there's 88 in those 2, between those 2 books. So a lot of scrapbooking. It took me from October to May to do this. Their first anniversary is just in a couple of weeks, so I wanted to get this done for them if I could. So like there was a picture of the bride with her bridesmaids individually, there's also one with the groom with his groomsmen. So the commonality here with those are a black border for all the groomsmen, and then a piece of washi tape. The washi tape on each of the photos. The washi tape differs depending on the photos, but that's the commonality here. So again, and these are simple. I didn't do a lot to them because I really wanted the photos to stand out with these. And again, black borders. This is a piece of Michael's paper again too. And I think I got this black washi tape, these thin ones from Hobby Lobby. I know I did now that I think about it. And again, just different pieces. Here's a piece from that Garment District paper pack again too. So kind of goldy yellow here. All right, and then moving on, just some funny pictures with the bride and her brother, some punched hearts. You've seen this piece of paper before too, but the last time I framed it, this time I didn't. This is a really pretty piece of acetate, a couple of little hearts here. This one, there is a process video for. I did do the process video for this one. So this was a confetti, like little banner from Hobby Lobby, and then I added little bits and pieces to it. So if you want to see this, I know that definitely is a video. This one, very simple. This is a doily from Ben Franklin and a sticker from Simple Stories, and then this Mr. and Mrs. flag came from Bella Boulevard. It was they made those flags for a while, and I had one left, so I used it on theirs. This, I believe, again, is a Michael's piece of paper, but this big banner here is from Hobby Lobby with a couple little stickers and things. This is a My Mind's Eye. I think this is Fancy That, if I remember correctly. And then just some little puffy stickers there and here and there, actually. So I'm letting the paper do the work on this one for sure. This is paper from Basil. I think both of these are Basil papers, and then just some wood veneers here, a couple of little wood veneers and some sticker, some die cuts here, and then a piece of chipboard. That's from Bella Boulevard. I know that for sure. Here's that paper that you've seen a couple of different times. I don't remember where this paper came from, and this piece is from a My Mind's Eye chipboard sheet, I think, as well as that. I think they were together. Here's that beautiful paper from Maggie Holmes that I love so much. I love these photographs, and it's really cool how they turned out. So really simple treatment. There is a video on these two as well. You know, there's not a lot to these, but at least, you know, they're out there. This is from Cartabella, this little card, and there's a date there. This is a Cartabella sticker, and then this is a Dear Lizzie wood veneer. And I don't remember what collection that came from, but I'll be yours and you'll be mine. I might have that in the video. Oh, and I missed scrapping a photograph. So I'm very glad that I went through this with you, because that would have made me very sad and upset. So obviously I have to come back to this because I tucked a photograph in here. So what I did is I went through and I found things that the order wasn't right. So I'm going to have to, now I could actually even scrap this right on the back of that, but I'll be adding that layout in. Yeah. So, okay. This photo is an 8x10. This is that beautiful paper from Michaels, that embossed paper again, and it says The Perfect Day, a little chipboard there. I'm going to just kind of stick this out here so I don't forget where that is. Fortunately, I only found one of those. This is from that Simple Stories Story of Us. So these are just details of the tables here. Big bow from Hobby Lobby. These bows are all from Hobby Lobby, and some Wilton doilies here. All right, these are, this is a 2-page layout here. So photos of everybody coming into the reception here. So the Hobby Lobby bows, a little chipboard from, I don't remember. I can tell you that if you're interested though. And then some glitter paper just down below. So just a little bit of commonality between those 2 pages, but they don't exactly match side to side. I love this sheet from Cartabella Rustic Elegance. Their cake there, and then a little chipboard from Simple Stories. And this I think might be from Rustic Elegance, but I'm not sure, but I can check that out too. And then this little heart, glitter puffy heart, is from Chamel, from one of her collections. This is cute. The bride and the groom is a huge golfer, so their cake toppers were, her mom made these, was a golf ball on a tee, and then there was a little bow for the groom and a couple little dots for like a shirt front, and then a little veil for the bride. It was very, very cute. So more of that beautiful embossed paper in white again, one of those flares from Etsy, and a little die cut from the Simple Story of Us. This is the bride's grandfather giving the prayer, just the punched hearts, you know, really simple. And then these pages I did do about the same time. So I used chevrons here, just 2 different chevrons. I don't remember where that's from. It's probably Hobby Lobby or Michaels though. And then this is from the Story of Us, this gold piece, and then this piece as well too. Couple little stickers and some chipboard as well too here. This is from Cartabella Rustic Elegance. This is a My Mind's Eye chipboard collection. I think that's Fancy That, if I remember correctly. And this is one of those big 8-inch. This is an 8-inch doily here. Or 10-inch doily, not 8-inch, sorry. Not sure where this piece of paper from the top came, but that's from Cartabella Rustic Elegance. That's that sheet too. And just a gold glitter, or gold foiled puffy word. I think this is from a Dear Lizzie collection. This is cute. It's a heart bokeh piece of paper and just some stickers and a little bit of chipboard from the Simple Stories Story of Us. This is a 2-page layout. They did this really cool thing. It was like you had like 1 minute with them to have a picture taken. So they came to your table, the photographer snapped a picture, and that was it. So this is just, you know, all the tables. I thought it was fun to have them all together. And there were, we were missing, you know, or it wasn't missing, there were 11 tables here. So then I just put this little card in from Simple Stories with some punched hearts. So, and now this way they have a record of everybody that was at the dinner. All right, I love this piece of paper, but I can't tell you where it came from because I cut the border strip off and don't have it anymore, but it's beautiful. It's a chevron over a picture of flowers with some of that beautiful, beautiful ribbon flower, and then some sequins here, a little bit of some stickers and little doily there. fun. All right, another piece of washi tape that I think this is either Hobby Lobby or Little Bee, but I'm not positive. And then Simple Stories. And again here, I just used some punch hearts. Instead of putting them directly on to cover the heart this time, I just added them next to it. So that's the dance. Here's that same bokeh piece of paper again here. And this is just the garter and the bouquet toss. Just a simple, these are some die cuts from that Kaiser Craft A Touch of Gold. This is My Mind's Eye, and I think this is the Carta Bella Rustic Elegance. Yes, it is. And then some just wood veneers from my stash. This wood veneer came from 2Ps years ago, and I hadn't used it yet, but I just love how it looks on this. And then this is, I'm not sure where this bokeh piece of paper came from, just a little wood veneer champagne bottle that I can tell you where this came from if you're interested. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I still have this sheet. And then this is just a little, I ended up with, I wanted to do a letter to them at the end, but I would have had a blank piece. So this came from the Carta Bella Rustic Elegance collection, and I just added 2 punched glitter hearts with some of the details. And then the last layout is a picture of me with the bride and groom, a little letter to them from me with some of the punched hearts, and then these chipboard, the chipboard thickers, and those are Cedar Lane. So I've got that. Actually, I think they're Cedar Lane. That might not be true. Sorry. I can find that out if you're interested, but I don't. Yeah, it is Cedar Lane. Sorry. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh my goodness. I don't know where those are. Huh. Anyway, if you're interested in where those are from, let me know and I'll find it out for you for sure instead of trying to guess here. All right. So then in the back of this book are the sheets of 4x6 photos that I did in Scrapbook, either because they were repeats or a bunch of photos of dancing and that kind of stuff. So what I did is throughout these, I tried to add a 4x6 card with some embellishment. In this particular case, just a couple of punched hearts. And I'm just going to go through these really fast so you can see. Here's another one with Our Wedding Day with the heart, and I do with the heart. I tried to theme these around like what was going on in the photos. Just married here because they had just been married here. That's a Simple Stories Story of Us piece. Again, one of the hearts. And then this one says Mr. and Mrs. This is a cute little, another little card that says every love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite, and they're dancing there. So I thought that was really cute. Just a little postcard that says a true love story never ends. These are the bride's grandparents dancing. So I just thought that was a cute thing. There's a little love card, and I counted the photos and knew how many photo sleeves I needed to use. So then I knew how many of these cards I needed to use as well. And that's just the love card again with the little gold glitter heart. So I used the hearts just as kind of the commonality between all of these. And I think that is it. And then the very last one here says forever and always. All right. Whew. Well, thanks for going along on this little ride with me. And really thank you because I found a photo that really needs to be scrapbooked. So anyway, hope you are all well, and I will be back with another video again soon. Bye.